100 frames per second really allowed me to capture things like eye contact and micro gestures, which we used to build tension throughout the clip. The fact it has touchscreen meant I wasn't fumbling around in the dark trying to change settings. Everything was right there in front of me and really easy to access.
The reason I'm showing you that clip is, I love video and live streaming and stuff like that, and I use the products we sell, but I am in no way a cinematographer. That's just not my skill level. It's not something I'm capable of doing. I know Adam shoots some movies. He'll come back with some footage and he'll shoot with one of our cameras. I'll be like, damn, I just can't do that to save my life. I just don't have the eye for it. But if you've got the talent and if you've got that ability, using one of these Atomos field monitor recorders really lets you take your game up and get the most out of your shooting. So the other thing they have is the Pro Kit. I talked about that a little bit earlier. It's going to give you an Sdi adapter so you can get Sdi in and out of your Ninja. It attaches just like this, boink, in. I'm going to slide it in and break it, so I'm not going to do it, but it goes in there, and that gives you the Sdi. And now, what you also get with the kit is a little bit more. You're going to get Sdi Raw and the H.265, but you're going to get a hard case. You're going to get a sleeve, the Sdi module, a battery eliminator, some extra accessories, all for $16.99. Why is it so cool to get that kit? Because with the Sony cameras, you can unlock higher frame rates and resolution as well. So let's roll that video clip of the FS6 and FX9.
I was lucky enough to be approached by Atomos to be one of the very first to test out the Ninja 5 Plus Pro kit that unleashes Prores Raw at 120 frames per second in 4K when combined with Sony FX6 and FX9. It was a wonderful experience shooting 120 frames per second in 4K. It allows you to capture the unseen at the highest quality, all of those micro expressions, movements and subtleties.
And the Plus Pro Kit, the Ninja 5 Plus and Ninja 5 Plus Pro Kit support different cameras, but it doesn't add a feature to your camera that your camera doesn't support. So we're constantly posting headlines of new cameras that are unlocking new features with ProRes RAW and Atomos recorders like the Ninja. So let's go through what works and what's happening now. For the Ninja V Plus via HDMI, the ZCam is going to give you 4K P120. And the Canon R5 is going to give you the 8K P30. And then with the Pro Kit using Sdi for ProRes RAW capture, the Sony FX9 and the FX6 will give you 4K P120. Now, at the end of the show, we're going to show you a little ProRes compatibility chart. In the future, we'll expand that chart to include these higher resolutions and higher features. But right now, it's starting with these 4 cameras. I fully expect that by the end of the summer, October of this year. And why am I saying October? Because that's when the NAB show has been rescheduled to. That we're going to see at least a half a dozen more cameras that support some level of high resolution or higher frame rates with these recorders in ProRes RAW. Let's talk about the good old reliable Ninja V. It's still a fantastic product for those people shooting in 4K or HD. $5.99, this is it right here. I love this product. It is our best-selling product for the last 2 or 3 years. And even during COVID, when things shut down, this was still a top seller. Why? Because if you're shooting video, especially outdoors or in a studio for a movie lot, and you've got a smaller form factor camera, this is the must-have accessory. If you're going to call yourself a cinematographer and you're not shooting with a field monitor, and I say a field monitor recorder from Atomos, you're just not doing justice to your footage. You're going to find out that by having tools like this, you can make more beautiful imagery. Your cinematography will be better by having that bigger screen with the high nits, with all the ability to record to the ProRes RAW. Also, for those of you doing outdoor documentary sports type stuff, you're not limited to the size of the file size of the structure that your camera has. You can record up to the size of whatever size hard drive you have in the Ninja. Oh, like I said, announcements happen. What happened today? Well, Panasonic had a big Lumix announcement. Their GH5S will now support 4K P60 ProRes RAW when combined with a Ninja V. Now that is going to be a June 9th, I believe, upgrade is when it's scheduled for, and all Ninja V owners will be able to download that. So you'll be able to, if you have a Lumix GH5S and you have a Ninja V, well, it's about to become supporting 4K P60 RAW. If you don't, if you want either one of them, you can. Also today, I understand, and I don't have any clips here, but I was in my desk looking at all the stuff that's coming through. There's also supposed to be a new version of the Lumix camera announced today that I think is a Mark II that'll be available, you know, sometime this summer also. And of course, that's going to support the Ninja also. So Ninja and Lumix cameras are a phenomenal combination. Very excited about that they're now supporting. Panasonic now gets ProRes RAW 4K P60. And then Atomos also has a Ninja V Pro Kit, similar to the Pro Kit with the Ninja V Plus. And I call it the Ninja V, the Ninja 5. I'm sorry for calling it both, folks. It's really the same product. I'm sorry if I confuse that up. But this kit includes the Sdi adapter we talked about, as well as a sun hood and other things like that. And now it'll allow you to take in SDI, ProRes RAW via SDI for those cameras that support that. So very excited about those products. This is something that I've gotten in the habit of doing, and in some of our shows I'm going to keep doing it. There's a little comparison chart. If we can bring it up full screen, it's not all the be-all and features, but it'll give you a little example of what's in the Ninja 5, the Ninja 5 Pro Kit, the Ninja 5 Plus, and the Ninja 5 Plus Pro Kit. We're going to talk about whether it's 8K, 4K P120, RAW in, SDI, HDR, LUTs, what's in the box, price and availability. Great little chart, folks. That'll be published as part of our blog post. And I think we even try to put these into the YouTube metadata too, correct, Adam? Yeah, we do. So there's a great little comparison chart. Great job by the folks at Atomos giving us a start on that, and even better job of our production team kind of adding a little bit more to make it complete. We've talked about H.265. I want to make sure everyone knows that anyone who owns a current Ninja 5 will be able to upgrade it to H.265 for $99. It's a firmware upgrade that you get directly from Atomos by logging into the Atomos website. Now, H.265 has also been called the streaming codec because really that's where it's used for streaming. Right now, what it's going to give you is smaller file sizes or high resolution with the same file size. But the fact that Atomos has H.265 now tells me that there's something coming in the future, either a future product or future features, but I would not be surprised if sometime over the course of 2021 we didn't talk more about the Atomos as a live streaming solution. All right, one of the things we talk about a lot with the Atomos products is ProRes RAW, and one of the things that's happened with ProRes RAW is the industry is now finally fully taken to it. So you're going to have ProRes RAW support with Final Cut Pro, with Premiere, with Avid, with Scratch. Very important. These are the top NLEs in the market. You know, with Premiere comes After Effects as well. What that means is you can work with these compressed 4K file formats in your choice of NLEs, and you can bring those files in and they all edit them natively. So there's no transcoding or anything required. Very cool. ProRes RAW support was something that we were waiting for the NLEs to have. A few years ago, we had Atomos recording to ProRes RAW, but not a lot that you can do with it. Now it works into all the workflows of all the leading NLEs. So kudos to Apple, Atomos, and the camera companies for all working together on a format that we can all agree on and grow with. Here's the compatibility chart I said we're going to do. This is just ProRes RAW, the cameras and the models that are out there. This is a broad list. This is for the regular ProRes RAW 4K. We're not including the 8K stuff as a separate list here, but just an example of what's going on. And we'll keep updating this whenever we hear new updates from the gang over at Atomos and when new cameras get released. Like I said, I am expecting a slew of new cameras to come over the summer into NAB in October that will have ProRes RAW support. Okay, if we're going to talk about ProRes RAW, we're going to talk about the Ninja. Why not talk about the big brother, the Shogun 7? Now, I've got the Shogun 7 right here, and Adam, I'm going to walk over this camera because I really want people to see the difference between a 7-inch and a 5-inch monitor. It's pretty dramatic. You know, you can't even see this behind it, but if you see it, you know, you really get that square inches as a big increase in size. So the Shogun 7 still has a purpose. Why? Well, if you've got a bigger rig, you can take advantage of the larger screen, because the larger the screen is, obviously the easier it is to use a cinematographer. But also with that larger screen, the Shogun 7 comes, you know, a little bit more opportunities. And one of the things that it could do is actually could be turned into a 4-camera switcher, 4-camera HD switcher, which is a very cool feature where you can cut from camera to camera is a nice feature. So the Shogun 7 is available for $12.99. Great product. It's part of the Atomos family of field monitor recorders. And if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about the big boy, the Sumo. The Sumo 19-inch is actually what we use in our studio. I use it right in front of me right here as my confidence monitor. It's where I see what my slides are on, but also we record the program out of our TriCaster into the Sumo, and the reason we do that is because we record it as ProRes, and now we can bring those files straight into Adobe or Avid or any other NLE we need. We don't have to transcode the files. I love this product. I love it when it's regularly $24.95, but at $19.95 it's just a killer product. And if you're looking that you need a larger monitor or a monitor for your studio, your NLE system as your output monitor to record on, I really think the Sumo 19 is a great choice and a great product to consider. Now I want to talk about something that's kind of new that I don't think I've ever done on the show before, and that is Atomos now has these neon monitors in 17 and 24 inch. Now these are really super high quality monitors. These are intended for people who do color grading and studio work, post-production work for a living. The Neon 17 was $39.99. It's on sale for $500 off at $34.99. The 24 is $64.99. Basically, folks, if you're used to buying just TV monitors, I know you have sticker shock. If you're used to buying professional SDI monitors, because that's what you do for a living, you can appreciate the value in what these products bring to you. They've set up an app so you can control them as well remotely. It's a really cool product line for those folks who need the absolute highest quality monitor as part of their video content creation workflow. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water, and we're going to take a quick little non-break in the show. I'm going to talk about something very cool. Angelbird. Angelbird makes high quality, super fast, super reliable SSDs and memory storage. And their Angelbird Atomex drives are bar none the very best drives in the world for use with your Atomos field model recorder. Angelbird's motto is they do camera-specific media for creative productions, pursuing freedom of expression without limitations. I agree, these things are great. I love this little one because it can pop right into the back of your Ninja without having to worry about overlapping the size of the space, which is really great. They have the full one, which fits right into the Shogun. I love these, they're fantastic. They are by far and away the highest quality hard drives for use in your Atomos workflow. And the pricing is just fantastic. The 4K RAW, which has the throughput to take all on 4K ProRes RAW workflows, 500 gigabytes starting at $429.90. The 1 terabyte, $699.99. And for those who need that really big space, you can get the 2 terabyte for $999. And like I said, they have the Atomex Minis for the Ninjas. You have the 500 gigabyte for $199.99, the 1 terabyte for $399.99, and the 2 terabyte for $549.99. Folks, the guys at Angelbird, they make more than just the Atomex stuff. They make CFast and CF Express cards, and they also make specific adapters and cartridges for different cameras and workflows. But when it comes, if you're shooting Atomos and you're not using the Angelbird Atomex, you're not using the best storage available. Atomex from Angelbird for Atomos is bar none the best storage solution for your Ninja 5 or Shogun 7. All right, and that pretty much wraps up our show today. I hope you learned a little bit more about the new Ninja V Plus or Ninja 5 Plus. We're super excited. I'm excited that there's 8K cameras, that there's 4K P120, that Lumix is jumping on with the ProRes RAW. The ProRes RAW world continues to expand, and it wouldn't be possible without the folks at Atomos giving you field monitor recorders that'll let you take advantage of the very highest quality video right off your sensor, right to their hard drive at ProRes RAW compressions. You're talking about for cinematographers, for professional video, for documentary, for film, for video, for TV, for Netflix. This is what the folks use on all these great shows that you see. If you see any behind the scenes shows of HBO shows or whatever shows on Showtime that they're doing, you'll see that there are Atomos field monitor recorders hooked up to those cameras. And the Ninja V is a great camera for those of you to use who are just your own personal shooters, whether you're shooting for your vacation, your travelogues, your own independent stuff. You're going to get the most out of your camera when you take that ProRes RAW footage and record it into an Atomos field monitor recorder. So this is Gary from Videoguys. Thank you very much for watching the show. We've got some great shows coming up. Like us on Facebook, love us on YouTube, share the love, share the links, follow us on our blog, let people know about the products, let people know about us as a company. We've got live people on the phone. You can call 800-323-2325, and you can talk to Adam, who's running our show, or Oliver, who both happen to be movie makers in their own right, independent filmmakers. We love and use the gear that we sell. We use the gear we sell to produce our shows, and we love talking to you and helping you, our customers, get the most out of the gear you have and that you love. So this is Gary from Videoguys. See you next week. Peace.
Thank you for watching this week's Videoguys live webinar. We go live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to our Facebook and YouTube pages with the latest news on live streaming, video editing, and video storage technology. Join us next week for a great webinar on SanDisk storage solutions. We'll also be creating a great show on live production apps that can elevate your workflow. Videoguys is available Monday through Friday. Give us a call at 1-800-323-2325. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram to stay connected with all of our updates. And you can like us on Facebook. Keep an eye out for our live videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.